Hi everyone, special for the day. August 29 is the 224th day of the Gregorian calendar. On this day, the Treaty of Pecquigny ended a war between France and England. Michael Faraday discovered electromagnetic induction, and Netflix launched its internet DVD rental. Famous birthdays include Lea Micheli, Ingrid Bergman, and Liam Payne. August 29 also marks National Lemon Juice Day. Let us come back to our headlines. Nagaland reports 115 COVID-19 recoveries. Nagaland Power Department informs consumers. Health Minister S. Pangifom inaugurates BSL-2 at Tunjang. Demand to replace India's interlocutor Ravi unjust Nagaland Gaon Bura federations. CRPF unit headquarters at Chumukuruma soon. Not paid for nearly 5 months. Landslide disrupts traffic on NH37 in Manipur. SCERT Nagaland reduces syllabus by 20%. Nagaland reports 115 COVID-19 recoveries. Nagaland reported recovery of 115 COVID-19 positive patients on Friday, August 28, 2020, taking the recovered tally to 2,858. The recovery rate in the state rises to 74.9%. Out of the 115 COVID-19 recoveries reported yesterday, 110 patients are from Dimapur, 5 from Kohima. All the recovered patients are kept under surveillance, Nagaland Health Minister S. Pangifom informed. Meanwhile, Nagaland Health Minister S. Pangifom also informed of 21 new COVID-19 positive cases detected in the state out of 351 samples tested on Friday. Among the new cases detected, 10 cases are in Kohima, 7 in Dimapur, 2 in Zunabado and 1 each in Woka and Mon district, informed Pangyu. Nagaland Power Department informs consumers. The Department of Power issued a press release for the general information of all electricity consumers covered by IT billing and online payment facility under 9 RAP DRP towns, Dimapur, Kohima, Woka, Phek, Chumukuruma, Mokujang, Tunjang, Zunabado and Mon. In order to avail the facility of trusted consumer meter reading in DOPN web portal www.dopn.gov.in. A specific time period or slot, that is 1st to 10th of every month, is being provided for the consumers to manually enter or provide their own energy readings. This will enable the respective billing offices, SDOs, to generate bills for the current month, which will posted and available for viewing and payment in the subsequent month. Health Minister S. Pangifom inaugurates BSL-2 at Tunjang. Integrated Molecular Diagnostic and Research Laboratory BSL-2 was inaugurated at Tunjang District Hospital yesterday, August 28, 2020. Minister for Health and Family Welfare S. Pangifom inaugurated the BSL-2 in the presence of H. Haiying, Advisor for Prison, Printing and Stationery, Toshi Wangtung, Advisor, IPR SCERT VG, Tunjang District Task Force in charge, District Administration, District Police, officials of Directorate of Health and Family Welfare, civil societies leaders and other dignitarians. Speaking on the occasion, Minister for Health and Family Welfare S. Pangifom congratulated the Tunjang District for materializing the lab and appreciated the engineers and technicians for consuming lesser time in completing the lab despite heartless and lockdown constraints. He appreciated the Chief Minister Nefirio and PDA government for the commitment to construct the BSL-2 lab for the people of remote districts, which can extend services to the people of Mon, Longleng, Kifri and Noklek districts. Demand to replace India's interlocutor Ravi unjust Nagaland Gaon Bura Federation. Nagaland Gaon Bura Federation NGBF stated that the demand for replacement of Government of India's interlocutor for Naga peace talks, RN Ravi, was unjust and untenable due to the fact that he is also the interlocutor with other negotiating groups. NGBF, which is the hereditary custodians of Naga customs and traditions in Nagaland, has issued the statement in the face of alarming and malicious media publications on Indo-Naga political issues. The Federation stated that the transparency and practical aspect of the negotiation between GOI and WC NNPG without compromising Naga history, identity and political right in all Naga areas being communicated to the tribes and public at the grassroots has found favor with the people. CRPF unit headquarters at Chumugurma soon. A full-fledged CRPF unit headquarters will be established shortly in Chumugurma and Dimapur on an area measuring 50.15 areas, which was purchased in 2010 for establishment of an unattached battalion of CRPF. According to an update from the CRPF, the Ministry of Home Affairs has approved for construction of staff quarters, administrative blocks, hospitals, quarter guard, playground, men's club in the said project for battalion camping site. Initial survey and preliminary estimates have already been done for construction of boundary walls. A layout plan of staff quarters, administration blocks among others have been already in the process, it informed. With this development happening, the CRPF assured that there will be a huge impact to the people, especially in terms of economic and developmental activities in Chumugurma area in particular and Dimapur district in general. Not paid for nearly 5 months. The RMSA 2016 batch teachers on August 28 said that they have not been paid for nearly 5 months and demanded immediate release of their salary. It is to be noted that the teachers have not been paid for nearly 5 months ever since the lockdown, despite serving numerous distinctive reminders through representations and appeal to the authority concerned. A press statement from Amos Sepp, Finance Secretary NRMSATA 2016 and Vitsutyo Kohima District Convener NRMSATA 2016 stated, while show cause notice have been widely published notifying the teachers to be at their posting places, it is to be noted that the teachers also have a stomach to fill and it's not possible to discharge duties with an empty stomach, the teachers stated. While everyone is hoarding essential commodities for survival, we the teachers are struggling to make ends meet during the pandemic, they added. They further highlighted the directive of the Guwahati High Court Kohima bench given on May 19, which cited in case the petitioner have any grievance, they are given the liberty to come back before this court. The teachers questioned the authority and attitude of the government and the department by not following the court's direction in releasing the salary of the teachers, whereas other batches of teachers under Samagra Shiksha have been paid. This is total discrimination on the part of the government by sidelining a particular batch that have approached the court for their rights, the teachers said, and demanded immediate release of the pending salary without any delay in order to avoid any further legal complications. Landslide disrupts traffic on NH37 in Manipur. Normal vehicular movement along the Imphal-Jiriban road NH37 was disrupted for a few hours on Friday due to massive landslide at Koltland. Reports said that the road was totally blocked by sliding rocks around 11 am, forcing all kinds of vehicles moving on the highway to stop on both sides. The rocks and muds were, however, cleared by the team of National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited. The team was assisted by police personnel of New Kedalmanbi police station. With the clearance of the debris, normal traffic resumed at around 4 in the evening. The report said the debris was cleared only to allow the stranded vehicles, and works to completely clear the debris was going on till late in the evening. The report also said SCERT Nagaland reduces syllabus by 20%. The SCERT Nagaland reduced syllabus content of few subjects for classes 1 to 7 at par with the decision taken by the government to reduce 20% of the syllabus for classes 1 to 8 in view of the COVID-19 pandemic crisis. The Principal Director of School Education Shanawaz C. IAS notified that in pursuance to the decision taken by the government to reduce 20% of the syllabus for classes 1 to 8 in consideration of the COVID-19 pandemic, SCERT Nagaland has reduced the contents in the subjects English Reader, English Grammar, Mathematics, Science, Social Science, Hindi, Life Skill Education and Nagaland Heritage Studies for classes 1 to 7, and the revised syllabus comes into force with immediate effect. That's all for now. To get such latest news, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.